Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I have another watch me work video, and in this video I'm going to be doing this beautiful shattered glass iridescent neon pink type look. So first off, I want to show you my client's previous set, and this is when it was freshly done. As many of you are aware, I actually did a video for this set, and it's a raw glitter look. Essentially, there is no top coat on the glitter. So I was really pleased to be able to show you guys how this set looked after 3 weeks of wear. All her glitter was still intact. It was still glittery. And the most obvious, I wouldn't even say it's an issue. The only difference is that the color is a little bit more dull, but it's definitely still glittery, especially to the naked eye. I was kind of trying to get the video to catch the bling, but I'm excited to be able to show you guys that. So I'm just showing you a close-up of the bling nail and how the crystals, the Swarovski crystals, still sparkle. They're great quality and very worth it. A great investment for you or your clients. So first off, of course, we had to take off our previous design, which our design was simple because it was just glitter on the nail. I had popped off the crystals with a like little industrial looking nipper tool that I have, and then I'm just going in with this mean green bit and just taking off the glitter, obviously. In the previous clips I just showed, that was in real time, but this one is sped up just to clarify for people who are curious. So yeah, this is sped up. And just keep in mind that there is a builder gel that I use to adhere the glitter to the acrylic nail. So I'm just wetting the nail with alcohol, and I'm just showing you a little bit of prep in this video. So I'm using a cuticle pusher to go ahead and gently remove the cuticle that has grown onto the nail plate and push back the epinicium. And this is part, obviously, like I said, a part of our prep. And this ensures that the nails last longer, it reduces lifting, and just gives us just a beautiful finished product. So once I have all the epinicium pushed back and the cuticle gently removed from the surface of the nail, this is sped up, so it looks very aggressive, but it is gentle. I go ahead and I use the skiver bit, and again, this is sped up. It looks aggressive, but it's not. You want to make sure it's on a very low speed, and simultaneously I'm using this to get any of the cuticle off the nail plate, but it's also providing a texture to the surface of the nail so that it's no longer smooth, but it's not digging into the nail plate. There are no ridges, there are no there's nothing like that is being done to the nail. It's gentle, and if you don't feel safe or comfortable or don't have the knowledge to do so, I recommend that you don't take that approach. And there's other methods regarding prep without having to use an e-file. So as you can see, I'm doing a fill. You guys have seen me do this tons of times, and I'm using all YoungNails products, and everything will be in the description box below. And like I use, YoungNails Protein Bond. I use their Monomer and their Speed Clear. That's generally what I use in most sets, unless I'm otherwise, state different. I'm doing something different. And I'm using the Poochie's Nails Kolinsky brush. And again, all the products I normally use on a regular basis will be in the description box below, along with the bits I use, everything like that you see me use on a regular basis, again, will be below. Don't know how many times to say it. Some people miss it. It's fine. So you can see I'm using two beads to fill her nail, and it's because her nails are so long. I want to make sure that the area, that her apex area, which is essentially, we're going to just say the middle of her nail, just so we're all on the same page, is the thickest point. So I go ahead and apply 2 beads just to ensure that her nails have the proper strength, especially at her length, which is long. So I finished that, filed, and shaped the nails, and I'm showing the products I'm using. And I'm using this glitter from Wildflowers. It's called Tutu. And I'm using the gel bottle ink which, you know, I love their brand, you guys. I can't get enough. And it's the rubber top coat. And I'm going ahead and I'm applying that to the nail, the rubber top coat. And then I'm just going to dump the glitter on. And if you want more an in-depth tutorial on how I did this, I actually did it on her previous set, the blue set you watched me take off. So I'll put a link to that video below, and basically that's what that video is about. So I just put the builder in a bottle, the rubber top coat, over the nail evenly, not too much. And then I go ahead and dump the glitter on the nail and have my client turn their finger, make sure we get full coverage, tap it off, press the glitter into the nail so that it is fully saturated by the rubber top coat, and then we cure. Make sure you clean up around the edges so that you have as nice of a finished result as possible and you retain your shape. So then I'm showing you this kind of cellophane. I'm gonna call this glass, the shattered glass, just going forward, just so we're on the same page, you guys. I have two different colors. You can see one is kind of a blue peach on the left. The one on the right is kind of like a green pink look. And they kind of pick up different colors depending on what the background color is. So now I'm just showing you just a couple other products I'll be using in this video. And I'll be using the gel bottle ink, no wipe top coat, and a dotting tool. And I'm just using this just as a tool to pick up any of the shattered glass pieces when we place it on the nail. So after I cure the glitter with the gel, I go ahead and dust it off with a manicure brush to make sure any excess glitter is removed so it doesn't get into our rubber top coat. So I'm just applying a very thin layer of the rubber top coat to the nail. And then I am taking a little bit of the top coat on the dotting tool just to get it a little bit sticky so it can pick up the cellophane or shattered glass pieces. And I'm applying them to the nail in the pattern and fashion that I like. And at this point, you can, obviously you cut up the pieces, or some companies sell the pieces already cut up or in certain shapes. But at this point, it's up to you and your client how you want this look to be. So it's up to your artistic discretion, like I said. And you can get the cellophane very cheap on eBay, or some of the popular like nail supply companies definitely sell it. I think Wildflowers does, Ocean Nail Supply, Daily Charm. I'll try to add links below. Again, you can get it on eBay super cheap. So like I said, some of it is cut up. I cut it up myself, which is very tedious. But if you do it like that, you can, I've seen people make actual like patterns to make them look like gems with the shattered glass type look. So yeah, you can do all that and be as extra as you want to be. I'm just, doing this. So I'm just arranging the colors. I have two different colors, so I'm just arranging them how I like, making sure I get both colors on there, and just a variety. So again, you want to make sure you're applying that builder gel, the rubber top coat. Then you don't want to be building because it is self-leveling. It'll run off to the edge by the time you get your little pattern together. So yeah, just very thin, just so that the glass pieces have something to adhere to. And that kind of helps level out the glitter as well, because it settles in any like indentations or anything like that. And you're kind of encapsulating the glitter as well. So of course I cure after we get the pieces how we want them, and I kind of did like 2 nails at a time just to ensure that it doesn't run. And if you need to clean around the edges to make sure you don't lose the shape of your nail, go ahead and do that. So after I cure, I'm essentially going to encapsulate the nail in that same rubber top coat. Now, I advise, because our nail is fully built out of acrylic, so you don't want this to be too thick. Again, you don't want to lose your shape. So I'm basically applying enough so that the glass pieces are completely encapsulated and ensuring that we don't lose them. but you don't want it so thick that you're like trying to build a nail out of it. You just want it to be thick enough so that the pieces are completely covered and secure, but you don't want it so thin that any of the pieces are, you know, sticking out, or you can feel them, or they have a chance of actually peeling up. So you got to kind of find that middle ground and just kind of, you know, mess around with this process for yourself. But, you know, this is I really like this way because the rubber top coat is very transparent. I find that it gives a different look for some reason. I don't know what it is about builder type gels, but they're just so glassy. So after I cure the builder gel, I go ahead and I'm going to shape our nail, just because we've applied so many layers at this point. I just want to kind of recover the shape a little bit. These are stilettos, and I need them to cut a few people, you know. That's what my client's trying to do, so I'm just trying to help her along, y'all. But all jokes aside, if you're doing coffin, whatever you're doing, I recommend, when you get a lot of layers going on, sometimes that's kind of necessary in order to retain the integrity of the shape. So that's what I went ahead and did, and now I'm going in and buffing the surface of the nail. Now I'm not doing this too aggressive. This is sped up. And I'm just trying to ensure that if any of the kind of pointed pieces of the shattered glass are sticking out or didn't lay right, that those are removed so my client doesn't have any issues with wear and scratching herself or getting anything caught, you know, anywhere. If there's any lumps or bumps, you can actually hand file those a little bit lower if you got a little too thick with the builder gel. So I'm just basically refining the surface of the nail, not going in too deep because, you know, we don't want to take off any of our pieces, but just making sure we have a beautiful finish to the nail. So after I, you know, get the surface how I want, I'm going to go ahead and dust off the nail with a manicure brush, and then we're going to go ahead and top coat the nail with the gel bottle ink, regular, no wipe top coat. And I just want to take a moment to clarify, the gel bottle ink does not consider their builder in a bottle rubber top coat as an actual builder gel, which means they do not recommend that you sculpt a nail out or you create an entire enhancement out of the clear rubber top coat. They actually have a clear builder in an actual pot that they recommend that you use for sculpting or any like longer enhancements or anything like that. So the rubber top coat that we use to apply the glitter and encapsulate our glass is to be used for methods such as that, or to kind of encapsulate any of their nude builder gels or anything like that. It's not supposed to be used for your only source of strength in the nail. So just a little FYI throwing that out there. And to further clarify, their no wipe top coat is a traditional top coat to be used over gel polish in a manner such as that. So I hope that helped anybody who had any questions. But anyways, so this is our final look. It's so summery, it's so dimensional. It's kind of one of those sets you need to see in real life. I mean, it looks very lovely on camera, but you just have to see it in person to kind of appreciate, you know, all the different looks and colors and the way the light hits it. So I really want to thank you guys for watching. Please turn on your post notifications so you know when I post, obviously, and leave any comments and questions below, and I'll try to get back to you. Definitely check me out on Instagram. The information's below as well, and subscribe, of course.